Yo, yo, yo. Yo, first of all, you already know the vibes. You already know the vibes. We live, baby. Live all 2025. It's your girl, Samantha Drees, the Black Barbie. Drees, the Black Barbie, the hostess of spirituality. Um, I was guided to go live today, you guys. I'm not fucking with my headphones today because last time I tried to go live, I did a whole reading for like 57 minutes and there was no sound. So I'm hoping we're supposed to be tapping in on this channel in a couple minutes. Hopefully the volume is voluming. But yeah, we broadcasting live from the lovely East Bay, California. Yay. You feel me? The Gay Area. You feel me? It's a beautiful day in the Bay Area. It's about 85 where I'm at. You feel me? Sun's out, buns out, girls are out, milkshakes bringing all the boys to the yard. You know what I mean? Nah, but, yeah, I didn't have to go in the office today, so and the weather is just so nice. Y'all had a good workout. I feel very beautiful, very vibrant. You know what I mean? I almost took a nap, but I wanted to dedicate some time to my own business, my own brand, which is me. You know what I mean? Um, for those of you that are just like that got big visions, you know what I mean, big dreams, but we gotta deal with these 9 to 5s. You know what I mean? Make sure you're making time for yourself. They not paying us to fulfill our dreams. We're working to fulfill theirs. You know what I mean? So make time for yourself, employ yourself. You feel me? And that's what I'm here doing at Dreezy NT. Y'all see, I got this brand. I got the clothing line. I got the content. I'm doing tarot. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get into that. I'm probably gonna make that a separate live. But this is just more so some, just, um, I guess me. I was being guided to share my experience, to share my story. You know what I mean? Um, uh, I don't always listen to the downloads that I get, so I'm trying to get out of that. You know what I mean? Like, I have had a very interesting journey, and a lot of it is worth speaking about. One thing about myself is like I went through a lot of traumatic experiences, but I came out like a G, and I don't wear that shit. You feel me? You can't tell all the things that I've been through. You're not supposed to. You know, um, but also, everybody's different. We're all in different places in our journeys. Everybody takes things differently. So where I'm getting, what the whole reason why I'm even speaking today is because I was guided to share my introspection on grief. And that being because that is something that is a very big part of my journey. Overcoming grief has been a huge part of my journey. I can say that grieving has broke me down. With every major death that I experienced, I died. You know what I mean? If you watching this right now and you know me from childhood, teenagehood, young adult, y'all know. You feel me? I've been distant from everybody for a reason, but like y'all know I'm a different person. I literally, with those deaths, I died. You know what I mean? But with death comes rebirth, and I feel like that's what a lot of us, and then that's what I'm called to even talk about. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us have lost really like important people in our lives, and it's changed us, and not necessarily for the best. And I'm a living testament of that. Um, Grief turned me into a really ugly person. Um, Grief had me around people that didn't care about me and I barely even knew. You know what I mean? But I was just so codependent. Grief took me away from myself. Um, but it also caused me to die such a harsh death that I had to get reconnected with myself. The only way for me for this rebirth to happen was for me to get connected with who I am, what I really want, and what my purpose is. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm here, y'all. That's why I'm here. I do get a little discouraged when it comes down to my channels. You see, I'm not as consistent as probably some of y'all would like for me to be. I've heard from people like they want me to be more consistent. That some people do actually look forward to my messages, and I appreciate y'all. You feel me? I love y'all. I love y'all though. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to get out of my own way sometimes. Um, it's really hard for me to get out of my own way. I am my own biggest enemy. You know, I be convincing myself that they, and the only they is me. You know what I mean? I don't know who needs to hear that, but sometimes that they that you holding back for is you. The motherfuckers that's gonna judge you, whatever you put out, is you. All the motherfuckers in your head, nigga. You know, and I just noticed that, like, I watch a lot of prophets, I watch a lot of high priestesses, a lot of priests, and I do get a little discouraged. But like, what I am learning with the spiritual community is everybody channels differently, but a lot of us, it's like the divine sends out a mass message, and we all take that message, put it in our own words, and deliver it to the collective. You know what I mean? So y'all gonna get these motherfuckers, whether it's from me or somebody speaking a little more proper, somebody speaking a little more sweet, or somebody speaking more ghetto. You know what I mean? It's however you're gonna get the message from whoever delivers it, and it's sound to your vibration. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody that's on my vibration. You feel me? What's up with the vibe tribe? You know what I mean? Hey, is that what I'm gonna call my people? You know, everybody call their people something. Nah, I ain't no cult leader. You feel me? But vibe tribe do sound dope, and I'm pretty sure somebody's already using it. So, anyways, I digress. Back to grief. Grief. I've been in a few conversations recently about grief, and that's why I really feel like I'm heavily um, uh, encouraged to share my experiences with this, right? So, um, if I can be frank and then just go through, just be blunt about my who I lost, and then we can go through like what those different experiences did to me. So we're gonna jump it off. I lost my mom right before I turned 7, and as hard as that was, her funeral was on my birthday, my 7th birthday. You know what I mean? So. Uh, I didn't even like my birthday when I was a kid, and it turned from that to like everybody needs to know it's my birthday. You know what I mean? And now I just really fucking love birthdays. If it's your birthday, nigga, like I turn the fuck up because it's a beautiful ass day, you know? But yeah, so I lost my mom, and I was her only daughter. She had 5 kids, 4 boys, myself. So, you know, just with being her only girl, that shit was hard. You know what I mean? Um, from there, like as I grew, I lost the auntie, which is her big sister that helped raise us. I lost my firstborn, and then 2 years after that, I lost one of my brothers, who I was the closest with, my twin. You feel me? If y'all know Tone, y'all know, nigga. They called me Little Tone when I was a kid. That was my nigga, like my motherfucker, like my dog, like, and that was hard, really fucking hard. And then a year after that, year and a half after that, I lose one of my best friends from childhood, who we all grew up together. A year after that, I lost my first love, who was my best friend. You feel me? The only person I talk to every day. You know what I mean? Like, we had our like times where we wouldn't talk and shit like that. We adults and shit. Everybody be busy, but like that's one person I spoke with every day. You know what I mean? And we would talk for hours since we was 14 years old, nigga. If you, anyways, but this was a person that helped me through all of the grieving that I had previous. So not having this person to lean on for this situation, I broke the fuck down, y'all. Like, between my brother and the 2 friends that I lost, these were the only people that I hung out with. When I came back from Las Vegas to visit, these are the only 3 people that I hung with. You feel me? I went to my pop's house to see my siblings and shit like that, but these were my friends. These are the only people I fuck with. Like, I'm a Capricorn, popular loner. You know what I mean? But like, this is my everything. This is my community, and I lost them. You know what I mean? And it fucked me up. Oh, sorry, excuse my laughter. It's a trauma response. I laugh through my trauma, but it fucked me up, y'all. Losing my son, my firstborn. I guess this is the time to be transparent. I didn't know I was pregnant until I went into labor, and I was in labor for like 6 hours. Very traumatic story. So from that to going to the hospital, and it's like, oh, you're in labor, and pretty much like I went to sleep after I had him. I seen him take his first breath. You know what I mean? I went to sleep, and I woke up and he was gone. You know, and I left that hospital feeling empty as fuck. You know, it was a train wreck. It was a fucking train wreck, and what that did to me, honestly, like, I stopped smiling after that. I got a little bitchier. I started pushing people away and shit. I gave up the big ass house that I was living in because it just felt hella fucking big. I just felt so small in this big ass space. Like, what the fuck am I even doing in here? You know? Um, it was rough. It was really rough. I am grateful that the father of this child, um, he rocked with me for some years. Like, after the situation, I remember telling them, like, nigga, like, honestly, like, this situation is gonna make us or break us. Cause, like, honestly, I'm fucked up right now. You know what I mean? And I would lash out at him. I send him long ass text messages and shit like that, like, just mean ass shit. And I appreciate him because when I would apologize, he just like, it's cool. I know, I understand, and I know it's gonna happen again. You know, he rocked through it. You know, he rocked until he didn't. But shout out to that man if you're watching. You know what I mean? Uh, my angel about to be 10 next month, so that's another. Well, in June, at the end of June, so that's another. Um, so the only family member that came to my memorial for my child was my big brother, and he was the first person to answer the phone because I was calling everybody when I was in the hospital. And Tone answered, and this is the irresponsible sibling, mind you. So it was like, but I feel like we called each other twins for a reason. We've been solely connected our entire lives, like that's my motherfucker. So, um, it. I remember telling him what happened, and he instantly said, I'm coming out there." I'm like, you don't have. I'm like, you don't got to do all that. He like, yeah, but you need somebody out there with you. You know what I mean? That's my big brother, my nigga. Like that nigga knock a bitch out for me. I seen him do it. You feel me? But I appreciated that about him, because I never asked shit for nobody. Like, I take on big things by myself. My family is like, what happened to you? They finding out after the fact. You know what I mean? So, he came out once I finally had the memorial. And I appreciated that. But, like, 2 years after I lose him to gun violence, they shot my nigga 10 times in his back, man. And he got shot by a bitch ass nigga. And excuse my language. Well, not excuse my language, it's my channel. I do cuss a lot. That's how I express myself. But I am highly articulated, English major, graduated college and high school with honors. You feel me? It's not like a bitch don't have vocabulary, but I love to cuss. So, whatever. That's my flavor. That's my flavor. Anyways, but that was my motherfucker. So, yeah, he got killed. He was killed. For 2 weeks prior to his death, I was in Las Vegas trying to find him. And it jumped off because I just wrote a verse. And my brother a rapper, you know what I mean? I always wrote songs, but rapping, I didn't become a good rapper until I started like hustling shit. I had something to rap about, right? But my big brother used to always have me on his songs. Like he would have me do a verse on this, you feel me? And we wrote Dick Pleaser. If y'all know that Lil Wayne song, got a bitch named Keisha, she a real dick pleaser. Yeah, so we rewrote that song, you know what I mean? But I remember I rewrote the first verse, which was his. He gave me the Boosie verse. He took all Lil Wayne parts. Typical nigga, nah. But I went the fuck off in this verse. And I remember like I needed to rap this shit to my big brother. He needed to hear this shit. Like, I'm a rapper now. I'm like, fuck. I'm looking for him. He changed his number. I just changed my number. You know what I mean? We both had new numbers. So nobody had his new number though. And I'm looking for him for 2 weeks. I keep calling my brother. I'm calling my pops. Like, I'm calling, you feel me? I used to see my brother. Nobody could get his new number. And in that time, I got mad. And I didn't know why I was mad. I was mad at my big brother. I'm thinking like maybe he's on drugs or something like that, strung out somewhere. I don't know why I'm thinking all this. And I'm going through a flush of emotions. And I remember sitting across the table from who I was with at the time. I'm like, damn, like, do I have to do an intervention? And I'm over here doing a mock intervention, like reading a letter to my big brother, like, dear Tonio, you were my hero. You know what I mean? I'm laughing at it, but I'm angry because I can't find him. I don't even know why. And literally the day before this tragic incident, I remember coming back from the gym and I was thinking about him. He was heavy on my head, and I remember asking God, like I don't know what's going on with him, but please protect him, And the next day I got that text, that call. I got that call, He was in critical condition, and I had to make that call to the rest of my family, you know. And I got the text message. It was official, like the text message, he gone. Y'all, I kept that text in my phone for like 4 or 5 years. It took me like 4 or 5 years to delete that text out of my phone. Like, I don't know what that was. I couldn't let it go, I guess. Grief will have you doing some different shit. Grief will definitely have you doing some different shit. Like, once I lost my brother, I shut myself out. Like, I would lock myself in the house. I wasn't even like, I wasn't even intoxicated. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I don't even remember that time in my life, honestly. Summer 17, I always tell people, don't talk to me about no fucking summer 17. Don't tell me about my behavior. Don't bring shit up because I don't remember that shit. And if you even judge my behavior, then fuck you, because you don't, whatever. People will judge you when you at your worst, my nigga. And that was another thing that I had to face and had like a harsh ass reality when it came down to my grief. Like, seeing everybody that I carried at my best turn their back on me and turn their nose down on me because of who I was becoming or how I was taking it. It wasn't who I was becoming, nigga. It was how I was taking it. You know what I mean? But I appreciated it. It definitely made me a stronger person, though. And it also showed me, once I came out of all that shit, who to fuck with and who not to. And that's why I really don't fuck with nobody, you know? And it is what it is. But yeah, losing my brother, that shit was tough. That, because when it comes down to your siblings, it's like, you don't ever, like, you don't see yourself being without these people. These motherfuckers, you can't stand them, but you love them. It's I don't know, nigga, Jeannie's kids, nigga, these is my motherfuckers. Charles' kids and my motherfuckers. I got 8 brothers. I am the only girl. And I got 2 stepsisters that I adore. You know what I mean? Like, I love my motherfucking siblings. I rock for them. You know what I mean? Like, but my brothers, they got a different piece of my heart. Like, my pops wasn't always present in my life. I'm daddy's maybe. You know what I mean? I didn't always have a parent. Like, mom's died, so I was out of the siblings, 2 of us. But, yeah, and it was just us for some time, and I had to grow up and be the parent figure for my baby brother. You know what I mean? And like, shit was rough. Shit was rough. A lot of that shit really just, it made me grow up. You know what I mean? Excuse me if I'm going back and forth and shit like that. But like, back to the sibling shit, like, I, like, my brothers, especially my oldest brothers, like, they were my fathers. You know what I mean? Like, when they were my everything. You know what I mean? Like, the respect that I have for men, the reason why I carry myself the way that I do and shit like that growing up, like, why you don't see my ass and my titties all over social media is because I have respect for these men. You know what I mean? Like, and always thought about that type of shit, you know? So, losing my twin, I lost myself. And the fact that he died because he had a fight with an individual, like a real man. You feel me? This man had hands, and you feel me? Everybody knew that, you know. But I feel like that's why I respect him. You feel me? And he got all the respect even in the afterlife, my nigga, because he went out like a real man. Like, you got shot by, like, the dude that killed him and shit like that. Like, we just ended his trial finally after fucking 7-8 years. In September, and I remember sitting in the fucking courtroom. At some point, I go in there before my family do, and this dude in orange with his representation is on the other side. And I'm thinking maybe it's the case prior or some shit like that. This don't got nothing to do with us. But I'm just staring at him. I'm staring at the back of his head, and I think he felt me. You feel me? And he turned around and he looked at me, and we just like locked eyes for a second or whatever. And I'm just like, if y'all know how I feel about Tone, I'm tripping. You feel me? I've been tripping for Tone since 2017, and I am not gonna stop. We tripping. We gonna stay tripping. Let all these motherfuckers know. Will not hesitate to let all these motherfuckers know I'm a day tripper. I'm a big tripper, bitch. Like, you feel me? Like, we we trip about my big brother, but tripping is healthy. Let me put that part out there. Tripping is healthy, because that's what losing my brother embarked. But back to the, you know, I might keep going in and out of this shit, but I locked eyes with this man, and that was honestly one of my biggest fears. That's why I didn't want to go to the trial. That's why I didn't want to show face there, because I felt like once I saw this person, I would never unsee this person. I feel like I thought this person was like, I demonized this person and thought that like I'd just see them in my dreams for the rest of my life if I saw him and shit like that. First of all, this nigga's a bitch. Period. Like I am very empathic. I think a bird just shit on me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm handling this very well. Dig into my drink though. Take my soul, not my drink. Nah, we cool. um, but if you are an empath, if you ever locked eyes with somebody that has very dark nature, you feel that shit. You know what I mean? Like, part of my soul kind of jumped. You know what I mean? But like, I didn't feel anything, and I feel like maybe that was the closure that I needed from the situation. You know, um, uh. But in the process, though, you know what I mean? Like, for all these years, I didn't even think that I could do it. So I had to go through a lot of, like, phases in my life to I think I had to lose more. And I had to break down more. And shit had to get harder before I could really crack into the mindset that I have now. You know? So those were the three, you know, very dominant deaths that I dealt with. This is blood, you know what I mean? Well, it's four. I mentioned my auntie as well, you know. But I have two friends. Rest in peace, Des. Shout out to Mama Poppy. I'm in Aiden. But Desiree was pregnant. Desiree already had a daughter. Has a daughter. Nyrie's fucking brilliant. Nyrie was reading fucking what she could spell elephant at like fucking 9 months, and I'm not even exaggerating. You feel me? Like, this Desiree was such an attentive mother. Like, man, I always told her when I had kids, like, I needed her to help me because I never had a mom, and she was just such a perfect mom to me. And she was pregnant with another one, and she passed out, and that was it for her. She was 30, and she was pregnant, and like, I want to say less than 2 weeks after that, they had to pull the plug on the baby. So at her funeral, her baby was buried with her. It was really fucked up for me because, for one, this is a friend that, like, I don't know what the fuck happened, and if I could be transparent, she had me blocked on her fucking Instagram, bitch. We're not beefing. What the fuck is this? And like, so I don't know what was going on with her because I didn't talk to her for a minute. We spoke on social media every now and then and shit like that, but like, you never know why, like, you separate from people, you know? Maybe if we would have talked the day before she died, it would have hit harder. I don't know, you know? I never know about this shit. But I know I took it really fucked up. Like, and I got in a near-death experience the day after her death. And I had to deal with the survivor's guilt. Because why in the fuck am I still here? And this great-ass mother is gone. You know what I mean? I'm over here fucking around at a fucking party off Lake Mead and shit like that we're 3 to a jet ski. Why in the fuck am I even doing that shit? You feel me? I'm partying, I'm doing hella fucking blow and fucking alcohol and weed and like just doing hella stupid shit. You feel me? And like, I survived. You know, that shit fucked me up. And if it wasn't for a soldier that I was dating at the time, a veteran, I should say, he was a ranger and shit like that, he had put me on to what survivor's guilt is. And shout out to this man. I'm pretty sure he'll never like watch any of my episodes or whatever, but he let me cry on his fucking chest. And I ain't never did that with a man before in my life. I'm very like, I'm strong for people. You know what I mean? It's not, if you see my tears, it's probably because I'm faded or like you just got, it was some random shit. I probably couldn't hold it no more, you know? But yeah, that man let me cry on his chest about it. It took me like 2 days to actually like really cry about it, but it was once I got home from after the jet ski accident, and I remember that night once we docked, because we crashed into a dock, nigga, like full force. I'm the caboose. I had a big ass knot at the top of my forehead and the back of my head. I had scratches front and back of me. I don't know what the fuck I hit or nothing. I just remember like in the water, coughing up water. You know what I mean? Like, I had a concussion for like 2.5 fucking weeks. Like, and I'm in college at the time. I was fucking up, yo. But my friends convinced me to get out the house. I just lost my friend. I'm in a strip club when Bud called me about this. Everybody in that club heard me crying. you know? Like, it didn't make sense to me. It still don't. And excuse my passion while I'm saying this shit, because, like, I really, like, I've been guided to talk about this, but when it come down to this girl, it's hard for me to talk about this, because it don't make sense to me. To this day, it doesn't. But I can say what I got out of that situation. Once, so if we can backtrack, I told y'all, I prayed for my brother the day before he got killed. I asked God to protect him. Nigga, I was so mad at God after this. I specifically asked you, to protect him. Why is he gone? Why is he gone? So I couldn't pray. That whole time I couldn't pray. I remember, like, it was the one where, like, my big cousin, May, would call me, and I'm crying. Like, certain people, thank you to everybody that tapped in with me. Y'all kept me alive, my nigga. Y'all literally kept me alive. Like, thank you to everybody that tapped in, because Shay, she would call, "How you prayed today?" I can't talk to him right now. Like, I'm gonna pray for you. So she'll pray for me on the phone. Amen. Ashe. You know. Wasn't that mad, goddamn it, you know? But it was times where I didn't have the strength, and I would call her. I'm in tears, nigga. Pray for me. I would have her pray in on behalf of me. Like, that's how deep this shit was, y'all. I was fucked up. I asked you to protect him, you know? So this whole time passes. So within this year and a half, Desiree passes. The day after she dies, I almost died. I prayed. And I got to that doc. Thank you. 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 I don't know how many thank yous I sent out there. And it made me think, it made me look at my life differently. Because I'm still confused of why I lost her, but I'm here for a reason, nigga. I've not escaped death, because I don't want to say escape. It just wasn't, it's not my time. But that ain't my first near-death experience. That ain't the first time that I've been in a situation where I don't know how I made it out of it. You know what I mean? Or it could have went sour if God didn't have favor on my life. And it's not to say that he didn't on my angels. But, nigga, I had to think about it. These people I put on a pedestal, my nigga. I went to fucking college for music because this nigga raps, this bitch got vocals. I want to write songs so she can sing them. You feel me? I really put myself backstage when I'm supposed to be in the center. I'm here for a reason. And I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who this is speaking to. I don't know who can relate, but we are here for a reason, man. So don't take this shit for granted. Wake up with gratitude every motherfucking morning, because it's motherfuckers that have been chosen to stay asleep, to pass on. And you're here. We in this motherfucker. You feel me? So why we here? You know? But that did, you know, that it brought my faith back. It restored my faith. Grief restored my faith in a sense as well. It took it away from me, and then it restored it, you know? And then fast forward, I lose the love of my life. My best fucking friend. The day before he died, we talked on the phone the whole fucking day. His whole work shift, nigga. Until the BART train came. If you're from the Bay, you know what a BART train is. If you're not, a BART train is like a subway, basically. Bay Area Rapid Transit. You know what I mean? I remember that fucking, we on FaceTime, nigga. Y'all give me a minute. Because that shit fucked me up. Yeah. Love that man. Before he died, that was a 16-year connection. He was with somebody too, you know? That was my best friend. I respect this relationship. When I was with somebody, he respected that shit too, my nigga. I was just asking him what he was about to do for the bitch for Valentine's Day, but she hate me. Girl, you should be thanking me, because he could have been my husband. The fuck? But, excuse me, my ego got to come out a little bit in this motherfucker, but, he helped me through all of these losses, and I started finally feeling like I was okay. Finally started feeling like a little normal after all these fucking energetic fucking hits that I took. Every time I lost somebody, it took a piece of me. I gave up shit. Like, I didn't give a fuck. But once I lost him, I stopped giving a fuck for a cool minute. for a cool minute. I got ugly after that. Something overtook me, you know? But I was also on the brink of an awakening. So the last person that I've lost, which isn't the last, you know, we've lost people after that shit. But I mean, as far as like the people that are dear to me, the closest people to me, whew, I guess we're gonna take it there. Hold up, I gotta take a sip for him real quick. Cause it's some shit, y'all. Mm. So this is somebody I met when I was 12 years old. You feel me? At the Boys and Girls Club, and I started having a crush on him in the 8th grade. Towards the end of the 8th grade, um, I was like, I didn't live with my brothers full time, but I was at my dad's house every weekend on break and shit like that. So, you know, that's how the crew met me. They didn't even know these niggas had a sister. You know what I mean? But uh, I'm not even about to tell our love story. That's just ridiculous, you know. But we started going together. You remember we used to go with people? We started going together at 14. That was my high school thing, you know. I moved to Vegas in high school, so like that kind of broke us up. But when I moved back home, like we never got officially back together, but we was joined at the hip. I was that little quiet girl that was with him and all the boys. Like that was my dog, man. Man, we had years where we didn't talk. We was beefing. I was with another nigga. He was beefing with the other nigga. How y'all both beefing over me and I don't end up with either of y'all? Like, boys. That's how you know you're that girl. No, I'm playing. But I didn't even condone none of that shit. I didn't even like that shit. But yeah, just going to what's important. Um, the fact that I spoke to this person on a consistent basis, we talked the whole day before he died, and I felt so hurt, and I didn't know what I was feeling. It's crazy how your intuition pick up on things, you know? But some just, I kept asking him, like, why do I feel like this? Uno, I call him Uno because that's my first, you feel me? Shout out Book Swella, man. Hey, it's forever Swella, man. You feel me? Long live Capone, you feel me? It's for Dez all motherfucking day. And it's all for Amir. You already know. And then we GKs out here, you feel me? Genie's kids, we don't die, we motherfucking multiply. Shout out to the angels, I love y'all. Shout out to the ancestors, I love y'all. Anywho, that just kind of threw me off. I digress. But yeah, I was picking up on it. Something didn't feel right with me. And I kept asking me, like, why do I feel like this? Like, I didn't hear any bad news today. Why do I feel so sad? And it was just like, I was pre-heartbroken, man. My future self, my higher self was trying to brace me for that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, nigga, I was high for 3 days prior to even getting this call. And I feel like, nigga, I had to be to get that information. I was on a bender. I was on a coke bender, if I can be very honest, my nigga. Like, I had partying days. Like, I had times in my life where you feel me, I fucked around. Like, during these deaths and then losing relationships, friends and shit like that, like, it put me in a space where I numbed I was never present and I didn't want to be. You know what I mean? It took a long time for me to, like, allow myself to be present in my vessel. I didn't want to be, though. I ran from myself. I never was home. I was at school all the time. And then I was in the club, working in the clubs. And then after that, I'm in the after hours. I'm at this house party. I was never home. I had a fat spot, though. You feel me? A very nice spot. I've always had fat spots. You know what I mean? Never was home, though. You know what I mean? I was running from my fucking self. I didn't want to hear what I was thinking. I didn't want to feel what I was feeling, if I could be very frank. So yeah, I numbed it with the party. I numbed it with drugs. I numbed it with bad company. I numbed it with toxic relationships, really toxic relationships. It was, nigga, I felt like it was, once I lost Bug, it was open season. Like, it felt like that. Once I lost my brother, it felt like open season, but I still had Bug. You feel me? If you know Bug Swella, that's a big nigga. You know what I mean? I was a protector. You feel me? He protected my soul. You know, so once he left, it was open season. My protectors are gone. These niggas, like, it was fucked up how people treated me. It was fucked up. Because The only person that I was hurting when I was going through all that shit was myself. I wasn't hurting other people. I may have been dismissive. I may have gotten really self-absorbed and I was all about my pain and I really didn't give a fuck about nothing else. But like, if no, but who else was? Who was there for me? No. Rightfully, I needed to be. You know what I mean? Just wasn't caring for myself in the right way. I was self-harming like a motherfucker, but I was hurt. I wasn't hurting other people though, you know? But I feel like people took that opportunity to try to shit on me. It's motherfuckers that I carry. This whole time I'm trying to eat with your ass. I'm trying to put you on, my nigga. Anything that I came up on, nigga, you came up on, my nigga. And if you know me, you know me. But like to think that like motherfuckers took that shit for granted and I had to lose it all in my mind and damn near lose my motherfucking soul to see that shit. I was down bad, my nigga. Like, I was down bad. I used to be down bad, but now a bitch. Okay. You feel me? But yeah, I'm hoping that this is resonating. I'm hoping y'all can hear this, man. I don't really. Do I have anybody in the chat? Hold up. What's going on in the chat? Okay, so I don't know what any of this is, but okay. I hope y'all can hear this though, man. If I fucking post this shit, it ain't no sound of me pissed. Because I am speaking from the heart. I'm coming off the rip too, and just, you know, allowing myself to be candid with y'all. Nigga, I was like I said, I was down bad. You know what I mean? Like, but all that pain, like, it brought me to an entire spiral. At some point after I lost Bug, I ended up meeting, fucking around with my baby father, and I'm getting pregnant. Ended up in a shelter while I was pregnant. And in that time, like, luckily I was in a shelter for pregnant women and it wasn't, you know, the traditional what you think. Like, I actually had a room with a key, you know what I mean? Twin bed, though. I never slept on the twin bed before, but that's where my dark night of the soul was initiated. I remember when I lost Bug, I talked to a psychic because that's when I was a part of the collective that was going through the awakening of 2020. So my gifts heightened. And what I read about trauma and what I read about spirituality and trauma is that it's trauma that unleashes your gifts. A lot of people who have the gift of sight, have all the clairs, it's a lot of those people have suffered extreme trauma. You know what I mean? But a lot, I strongly feel like, and it's not like something I read, but just from experience, that I feel like those people that have the superpowers that experience that trauma, they have the superpowers because they overcame it and they still have a pure heart after that trauma. I do feel like we're all called. And I do feel like we choose ourselves. When it comes down to the chosen ones, nigga, we're all called. You feel me? Anybody could be chosen. You just gotta listen. You know what I mean? And once they know you listen, once you start paying attention to the synchronicities, nigga. I lost my brother, that's when I started seeing all the angel numbers. His birthday 111, nigga. I started seeing 111 everywhere. 222, 330. I thought I was going fucking crazy. Nigga, that Christmas, his baby mama and her mama both got me Christmas presents. They both got me watches. I don't even wear watches. Oh, God. Y'all, hold up, because I think I'm getting shitted on. Fucking nature. Hold up. I think I'm about to move because this tree ain't for me, yo. These birds is like, burr, 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 shit it on them. Put your number twos in the air. I don't know. I don't want to be hella like in the sun either though. It's hot. I don't know. Where we about to go? We about to go over here, yo. Pick a different spot. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood though, y'all. It's kind of shady over here. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be beautiful. Have a beautiful soul, beautiful energy. And it's really hard to maintain a beautiful vibe. It really is. Especially if you like facing adversity, you know. So shout out to all the soldiers that's getting through it and not hurting nobody in the process. You know, you're not trying to bring nobody down for your come up, you know? Cause what the fuck is that gonna do? Like, um, and like anybody that's like following this, if you still watching and shit like that, if this does resonate with you, definitely first of all, like, you know what I mean? Subscribe, share, you know what I mean? I don't know. A lot of us are losing people at a rapid rate. We are a dying breed, yo. This generation is a dying fucking breed. Like, I know people who lose people every motherfucking week. How are you holding up? Like, for real, how are you holding up? I'm here for you, my nigga. Like, that's not nothing to play with. I got to a point where I didn't even want to be here. If y'all all there, why ain't I? I should go there too. But one thing about God, one thing about my angels, they support me so much and they were so dear to my heart. And they're the reason why, like, I'm so spiritual now, because it's shit that I've seen that you could not believe it. Why wouldn't my brother be on the other side protecting me? You know what I mean? Like, why would he have left me if he know that I'm going through this, you know? Like, that jet ski accident, yo, I should not have survived. My brother was there. When I docked, nigga, I felt the phone vibrating, my phone vibrating. Once I got to my phone, nigga, it was Bug calling me. You feel me? Follow me, y'all. These are my guardian angels. Like, it's just, it's this synchronicities for me, right? So, this shit been a movie. It's been very beautiful lessons. It's been a wild ride. But once I started waking up and smelling the motherfucking roses, lighting some candles, collecting some crystals, manifesting and shit, it's been up, you know? Like, I don't conform to religion, you know what I mean? I don't judge anybody that does, but I'm a non-conforming household. But I have such a strong connection with God and source and the universe and nature, nigga, like, and that's all I need. I don't need to go in no fucking church. I don't need to go in no fucking temple, nigga, where people judge. Because I was in a temple that actually made me a better person. That temple was a strip club, my nigga. And we can hashtag let's argue, nigga. That shit saved my motherfucking life. You know? Being in that life saved my life. There's community there. That shit kept me out of trouble, paid for my education. Have had the opportunity to speak to people that I would never have had the opportunity to speak to having a regular 9 to 5, having real hearts to hearts and real experiences with people and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, from all over the world, very professional people, very just everybody, all types of everybody's. You know what I mean? It's a blessing, bro. I don't take none of that shit back. And I already told you what I did, so how you gonna judge me about it? Okay, the fuck to me, bitch. Yeah, so I feel like all of that pain that I experienced and shit like that, like, in turn, it made me, I had to start introspecting. Like I said, I sat in a fucking box for 8 months. That was that room that I was in while I was pregnant. I started going to therapy. I had to do group therapy sessions at the shelter because we had to. I was in mom groups, you know what I mean? I was finding community and learning a lot and healing. I started healing because I felt like that little boy can't go through half of the shit that I went through. He can't even go through a pinch of that shit. You know what I mean? And it all started with me. I had to change a lot of my ways. I had to, it's some motherfuckers that knew me from time that will never meet my kid. Period. You'll only see him on pictures that I post on Instagram or whatever. You know what I mean? You'll never meet him. You know what I mean? Like, but that's the mama I am. Mama bear don't play about her cub. You know what I mean? But also in the process of me being his mother, I'm mothering myself. And what a psychic told me, you know, when I was going through my awakening and I was confused about things, I talked to a high priestess. She initiated me writing letters to my inner child. So I started doing that. Started reassuring her and shit like that. You know, and I'll go back into that notebook and look, it's just like, that's what's up. But now I let her live. I don't write anymore because I allow her to be present in my everyday. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know I'm a goofy. If you know me personally, I'm a goofy ass motherfucker. I'm shy and shit like that. I got really, you know, little kid qualities, but that's what keep us young. You feel me? Do I look 35? Don't answer that, motherfucker. No playing. But you know, she initiated me doing my shadow work, and I remember asking her. She told me I needed to heal. You know what I mean? This is before the shelter. This is right when Bug died. So this is before I've, you know, had my kid. Within the next year, I had my kid. But well, I got pregnant, I should say. But she told me I needed to heal, and I'm like, how do I do that? What do you mean heal? You know? And she was like, Dre, you need to cry. She was like, you have years and decades of crying to do. How I'm gonna do that? She like, need to be by yourself. Mind you, this is the shutdown of 2020. I did not shelter in place one motherfucking day. I'm at this party. I'm at that suite. You feel me? It was lit, fam. Vegas 2020 was lit. Oh, good times. Anyways, but that's not what I was being initiated to do. I wasn't listening, yo. So, and I always said this coming up, life and God, or life or God, whatever you want to call it, has a funny way of sitting your ass down. I used to always say that to people. And it happened to me. I wasn't listening. You feel me? So that's where that shadow work started, in that fucking room for that 8 months while I'm fucking growing this little being. You know what I mean? And like, I felt like I was just telling my boo or whatever how I felt like I got to a point, like when I was pregnant and shit like that, nigga, I could have hustled until I started showing. That's what bitches do. I could have got out of my situation. I didn't have to be in a shelter. You know what I mean? Like, and that was so low for me. I remember sitting in the motherfucking them group sessions, and I'm sitting amongst bitches that ain't never had nothing. You don't even know how to fill out an application. I've been having, nigga, high school graduation. I was in my own apartment. My own apartment. I got emancipated at 17 in 11th grade, nigga. Senior year, I'm enrolling myself in high school. You feel me? Like, I've been about my business. Stop playing with me. I will go over your fucking head. Bitch, I'll sue this whole fucking country. No, playing. Stop. But it was just like, Drea, what are you doing here? And that's when I realized, you know, and I say this in a lot of my videos, nigga, this is a reflection of you not loving yourself. You love these motherfuckers so much that you ended up here. You know what I mean? And like, back to what I was telling my boo, I just felt like at that time, like, I felt like one of them animals. Like, when mama dogs or whatever, mom's in the wilderness, like animals, when they're in labor, they go off and find a ditch to have the babies in, so that like they can be safe. And I felt like that's what I did. Like, I could have hustled, I could have went to this state and that state and did this and drove this to do this, and you feel me? But all them games had to stop. Money making Barb, that shit had to come to a rest. You know what I mean? Like, I sacrificed a whole lifestyle to heal. Nigga, I sacrificed my whole life to heal. Like, and do I miss that life? Yeah, nigga, I didn't want for shit. And I had a blast. But about that little boy, I can't live my life like that. I can't just hop up and go to this state. You feel me? I gotta worry about a babysitter. I don't trust niggas with my kid. You feel me? Like, period. I don't trust nobody with that little boy. So, there's that. And am I going to expose him to a trapping lifestyle? No, not my young black man. Definitely not. You feel me? He needs to be exposed to luxury. You feel me? So, and like, anything I got to say about the game, that's another conversation for another time. You know what I mean? I hope y'all hearing me. I hope y'all hear me, because I am kind of covering the mic. But, that time that I was in that, and I'm grieving at the time, you know what I mean? Like, I remember the girl who room was next to mine in the shelter, she would say certain days, like, I heard you crying last night. Like, all right, bitch. You gotta say it out loud. Don't talk to me over here. Write me a note. God damn it, you don't gotta say that shit out loud. But that, like I said, I wasn't listening. I was already guided to go do that shit. But I had to do it at a time where I was the most vulnerable. And also, like, I saw the ugly side of everybody. Because why am I in here? When every spot that I had, y'all had rooms in. Why do all y'all got 2 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms, but I'm in a shelter? You stay with me for free. I've taken care of you while you were pregnant. You feel me? Anytime that your bitch kicked you out, you was at I always kept, if I didn't have another room, I had fucking mattress, what are them called? Couch beds. You feel me? Like, I always was giving. I always had a place for people. I always was a safe place for people. Why didn't I? But now that I'm on a higher level of consciousness, like, I am a walking safe space, so I'm always safe with me. And sometimes when looking around and we can't find that light, we can't find that support, it's because it's us. When you are in the darkness, but you are the light. That's why you're in the dark. You know what I mean? Be the light and appreciate being that light. You know what I mean? So being that, if I'm a walking safe space for you, then I gotta be one for me, right? If I loved on you hard, I gotta do that for me, right? You know what I mean? And like, so over time, that's what's been going on. That's how this grief, all that grief initiated healing, and that healing initiated some cutoffs. That cutoff initiated self-love. That self-love, it initiated power. That's alchemy, my nigga. That's alchemy. I don't know if anybody watches Billy Carson, but he had, I was watching High Level Conversation. Shout out to 19 Keys. You feel me? If Keys safe, then it's law. You know, shout to the gods. But he was talking about people have PTSD, but then he suffered. Well, he didn't suffer, but he was diagnosed with PTSD. G as in Greg. So that's post-traumatic growth. So that's, people have PTSD, like when you go through a traumatic experience and you grow from it. That's alchemy, my nigga. And I'm like, when I'm watching them and talking about that, I'm like, I have that. Oh my God, there's a thing. I knew it. And how you make that little nerd feel so fucking accepted and understood. You know what I mean? Shout out to YouTube University, shout out to all the prophets on YouTube that, like, during this introspection, during this time, this what we call the dark night, during this hermit mode, you know what I mean, for the tarot lovers and shit like that, providing that safe space for us when we don't have anybody to talk to, and we're sitting over here and we're watching your channel and you are speaking to us like you're that friend that we needed you to be. Shout out to all the creators and all the prophets, all the priestesses, all the priests, all the high priestesses. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. You feel me? If you don't even connect with that, if you're a more religious person, whatever, like, just shout out to all the prophets, all of the positive, shout out to everybody raising the frequency. If we trying to heal humanity, baby. You feel me? One person at a time, one vibe at a time. Vibe Tribe was going, Energy says Vibe Tribe. Shout out to Energy. I knew somebody said I didn't make that shit. You know how that happens, y'all? You be thinking you hella creative. You're not. I'm sorry. And this is coming from a creator. We're not that fucking creative, y'all. Somebody else said it. Somebody else made it up. But we just all put our own little seasoning on it, A little sprinkle, little sprinkle me, man. You feel me? You feel me? Hey. Yeah. Where am I at with time? Am I still recording, y'all? I'm still live. And we are at 52. What it do? You chilling with the boo, y'all. I'm about to close this one out. Thank you guys for hearing me out. It was refreshing to, to share this with you guys. That's what I'm here for. I just keep hearing the old friend that used to tell me way before this YouTube shit, way before I started making music and shit like that. Like, tell our story, Drea. Man, if you watching, I love you to death, my nigga. I haven't talked to you in years, but you still got a place in my heart, my nigga. But, that's what I'm guided to do. That's why I went through all these experiences. I had to go through them to get through them. I'm one of those people that take shit head on. You know what I mean? I'm going to go through the trench. I'm not going to go over it. You feel me? Shout out to Finding Nemo. I'm going to go through that shit, Because I like to get it over with. You know what I mean? And I be eager to learn a lesson. I'm like, okay, so what is it? They like, chill, bro. It's going to be another lesson after this. You're not going to get it today. But, me being one of those, me being that example, I got to share my experiences just to give the underdog hope. I'm still the underdog, my nigga. I've been cast out from my whole fucking family. People don't fuck with me like that. But there's a lot of people that fuck with me like that, and I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I had to see people that I thought that loved me was just leeches. And they were happy to see me down. That was their opportunity to feel bigger than me. But I ain't never walked around, just because I got big bitch energy, I never looked down on nobody. I never turned my nose down on nobody. I loved through all that shit, you feel me? So if that made me look like a simple ass bitch, it is what it is, you feel me? But like, what's not simple is loving people purely. That's not easy to do. I make this shit look easy though. It is easy for me, But y'all make it seem like it's so hard to do, Loving is not that hard. It's really not. Loving yourself is hard though, I found. It's focusing in on yourself is hard, but it's necessary. That's how you grow. Y'all keep watching everybody highlights. Y'all keep watching these reality shows. Y'all keep digging in this person business, this celebrity business. What about your own? What you got going on in your shit? You know what I mean? Like, when people don't understand about my company, about my brand, Strip Club Laundry Company, I am the CEO and founder of Strip Club Laundry Company. People always focus on the strip club. Like, I'm not a stripper, it's for strip. Y'all focus on the strip club and not the laundry. What you got to do with your laundry, bruh? And that's one thing I hate doing. That's the chore I hate the most. Your laundry, you gotta sort that shit out by color, by fabric. You gotta throw some shit away. You gotta take some shit to the cleaners. Some shit you gotta hand wash. You feel me? Like, and it's a task. Then you gotta put that shit up. Once it's all clean, you gotta put it up now. You gotta organize it, put it up, fold some shit, hang some shit up. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. And like, there's a whole like message in that in its own. That's what we need to do with our own trauma. What we have to do with our own inner self, so that we can become just free, mentally free. You know what I mean? Like, in this society and shit like that, we so constrained. We already got like these constraints because of the fucking government and like inflation and societal norms and trying to fit in. And just be your fucking self, bro. Fuck these people. They're not important, bro. Stop letting people be too important in your fucking story. You gotta be that main character, my nigga. And if you gotta be the villain for a minute to become the hero, or vice versa, you feel me? Go tread between both, because I have. You feel me? My story has turned me from, I've been the villain in the fucking, and I was only the villain because they deserved it. But that's what was my tripping season, nigga. Like, I'm trying to end this right now, so that's TT trying to get back into another conversation while y'all trying to hang up with her and shit. You feel me? But that tripping season was necessary. When I lost my brother and I started speaking up for myself and I started tripping with everybody and shit, I was tired of being quiet. I was tired of being passive. I was tired of not popping my shit. I'm talented as fuck, my nigga. I'm a badass bitch too. Y'all not about to keep playing with me, bro. You know what I mean? I started standing up for myself. And that was a big thing, you know what I mean? Like, through all of my transitions that I went through with my trauma, it broke me down before it built me up. But it also unlocked parts of me that I needed to see. Like, when I lost Dez, that was the first time I accepted failure. You feel me? Tony, I started standing up for myself. Like, Dez, I accepted failure. Nigga, I got my first F ever in my whole entire life. I didn't give a fuck. But I did it kind of on purpose. I wasn't about to put in extra to pass this class. I was just accepting my L. I've never gotten one of these before, so now I'm like you guys, failing and shit. You know what I mean? Bug and shit, like I said, like I ended up having my first child. I was telling that nigga the day before he died that I'm about to get my tubes tied. To be completely transparent, I not only was saying I was gonna get my tubes tied, I was about to start doing porn. What? He like, oh, you tripping. I was gonna do POV, you know? I was giving up, you know what I mean? Baby, I can feel myself giving up. This time, won't you save me? This time, won't you save me? Baby, I can feel myself giving up. Yeah, there are a lot of transitions that come with this shit, so be gentle with yourself. And understand that, I heard a good analogy yesterday when I was in motivational speeches or whatever, but just the concept of, like, once people understand the concept of seasons, like, once the world understood the cycles of seasons, that brought the world more structure. So if you're thinking about that as far as yourself goes, like, once you start looking at your own journey, your own situations in seasons, then it will make the road a little less rough. Like, I went through energetic hits, and you feel me? I went from doing shows and doing pop-ups to the shit going on in my family. Now I don't want to come out the house. But in that time when I didn't want to be around nobody, I had to do a lot of shadow work. I definitely had to purge a lot of emotions, and I'm not even fully there, you know what I mean? But I needed to go through that season. That was the winter time, you know what I mean? Like, now it's the springtime, bitch. A bitch trying to pop out. Hey, this thing gotta pop out and show niggas, but you feel me? I feel better. I'm more refreshed, nigga. I had to cut my fucking hair off and diet and shit like that. I'm new. I feel different. I need to, like, I went through a whole phase, like, in one of my tarot videos or whatever you follow, Queen Pen Tarot 888. my face just fucking, my skin just did some metamorphosis type shit. Like, it like completely hardened and then peeled the fuck off. And I didn't even want to go on camera because like my skin just was hella rough. I felt like I had to, this is the year of the snake, ain't it? Nigga, like some skin had to be shed. And now I'm back, you feel me? And I'm vibrant, you know what I mean? So, just getting back to grief and wrapping this shit up. I keep saying that. But, get through understand it's a season. Understand that these seasons come every year. Understand that the day that they died comes every year. The day that they were born comes every year. And not every year you're going to be as affected as the last. And some years you're going to be more affected. My mom been gone for 26 years, nigga. Some years I am fucked up. 35 years old, nigga. It's my mama, though. You know? And if you can't find a support system, be that support system. Get connected with your creator. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. If you can't call anybody for positive reinforcement, go on fucking YouTube. Scroll on your fucking time. Like, find positive things. Listen to high vibing music. Cut out all the toxic shit, nigga. I don't entertain toxic music, my nigga. Like, I don't. If I'm in a club and I'm shaking my ass, all right. How often do I do that? I have a kid. You feel me? I'm a grown ass woman now. Like, I don't do all that. But it's what you intake. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't find anybody to share my joy with or share my pain with because I needed positive reinforcement. So I had to find that. You know what I mean? And it's everywhere. You know what I mean? And prayer is real. But prayer with action is just, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Stop praying for shit that you ain't trying to work on. You know what I mean? Stop complaining about shit that you can change. You know? But I'm gonna end it here because I have been like dropping my little gems and shit like that. I really do hope the audio did go through. If not, we back at this shit another time. But I'm praying for anybody out there that's, you know, in a grieving season right now. I'm here with you. I'm definitely here with you. And, you know, tough times don't last, but tough people do, though. You feel me? You feel me? That tough line down. You know what I mean? Like, and I love y'all. If any of this resonated, please, like, comment. Let me know what's up. Also, I'm probably about to come on here and do a little tarot reading to promote my my tarot channel, Queen Pen Tarot 888. And there's more prophetic messages for in those. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for hearing me out. You know what I mean? I hope this resonated with somebody. I hope this provided some guidance, some introspection, some anything for whoever it was for. And let me get up out of here though, y'all. 888.